Well, do you want to connect your non-compatible smart home devices to HomeKit? Then you definitely have heard about HOOBS or Homebridge. But with so much of reviews available online, the question is which one is better for you? Anyways, if you're into smart home DIY and obviously love the Apple HomeKit ecosystem, then I have done tons of Homebridge tutorial videos that you can literally use right now. So pretty please do take a look and don't feel shy to like, share and subscribe to always follow along and to get that good karma. Well, if you didn't know, I started this channel in 2020 with Homebridge tutorial videos as I didn't find any. For the entire 2021, I was officially on the HOOBS support team and also did videos using their HOOBS box. So after 80 tutorial videos, 200 plus remote sessions, 1800 plus support emails, with all of that wind behind me, it's high time to show y'all if HOOBS or Homebridge is the way to get you started to connect your non-compatible smart home devices to HomeKit. Now, to set the scene straight, this video is not about who started what or who designed what or who did it first. This video is for you who's looking to bring compatibility for smart devices that Apple doesn't support officially, and you're looking to control all of them within the Apple Home app. So let's start with the basics. What is a smart home bridge? Now, a bridge can be two things as the name implies. Now, a bridge can be a device or platform that connects a smart device to the internet, or a bridge can be a software to connect a smart device to an incompatible home hub or even an home automation system. And that's where HOOBS and Homebridge as a software fills that gap in the Apple HomeKit ecosystem. Both serve to expose your non-HomeKit devices to Apple. Now, depending on how tech savvy you are, both of these softwares are not fully user and consumer friendly and not even plug and play solutions. So with the basics out of the way, let's first know on which hardware you can run officially these two softwares. Now with Homebridge, you can install it all the way from a Raspberry Pi Zero to a Raspberry Pi 4, a PC, a Mac, a Synology NAS using Docker, and other hardware platforms as well. Now with HOOBS 4, that's where you start seeing a little bit of limitation. At a minimum, it will run on a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, which comes in their HOOBS box, and they've also tested their software with other single board computers. So those are the available options. So from all of the hardware availability, both softwares at a minimum will run on a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus is also the way to go, which you can easily find on any favorite marketplace, and you can also purchase complete kits and assemble them yourselves. Now, how about the ease of installing the software? If you're looking for complete turnkey solution, then the HOOBS box is the way to go. Now, the common practice for either softwares using a Raspberry Pi is to use a class 10 micro SD card, flash, or in other words, load the software by simply using a program called Raspberry Pi Imager. Now, the good news is Homebridge comes preloaded with the option to write the software to the micro SD card. Now, for HOOBS 4, you will need to purchase the image first and then load it manually. Now, once completed, all you have to do is pop out the SD card, load it into your Raspberry Pi, and then connect it to your network to access the dashboard. So, does the dashboard look and feel the same on both platforms? Hell no. Homebridge has a direct and simple way of doing things. Install the plugin, configure the plugin, restart the service, scan the QR code, and basically you do everything within the home app. Now HOOBS 4, depending on how you access the dashboard, the setup time is a little bit different. When you install a plugin, you are always given an option to create a bridge or not. If you're a first-time user, this may cheese you off because you may not be sure on what you are doing. For me, it's just too many options to customize. Now, how about customization of these softwares? So that's where we talk about plugins. Using a human body analogy, if the hardware is the bone structure, the software is the brain, then it's the plugin that's the heart and soul to bring that compatibility to your smart devices to HomeKit. Think plugins as a software component that adds a specific feature to an existing computing program. Now, when a program supports plugins, it enables customization. And that's where plugin developers come into action. Without them, HOOBS and Homebridge are just softwares that will act only as a bridge. Now, the funny thing is that these developers are just regular genius people who enable first their devices to HomeKit unofficially, and then they make them available in the form of a plugin for the community to use them. Basically, nobody owns them. They first build and test their plugins for Homebridge. However, at the heart of HOOBS 4 software, it has to always be at the same version of Homebridge. Otherwise, the plugin starts throwing errors that is not compatible, which in some cases can hamper its plugin functionality, or in some cases can be ignored. It really depends actually. Now, to enable and configure these plugins, for Homebridge, you are always going to see the default view as intended by the developer and Homebridge. For HOOBS 4, the software tweaks it on how it has to be presented to the end user. Now, for either softwares, there is some level of tinkering to tell it specifically on where your device resides. Is it connected to the cloud or does it reside on your network? Remember, you have to be a bit tech savvy, as both of these softwares are not fully user or consumer friendly. Again, this is not to discourage you. The good thing is that you don't need to be a next level programmer to complete the configuration. Thanks to the heavy lifting undertaken by the plugin developer, most commonly used plugins support just your email credentials to complete the integration. Now, the only issue is, do you remember your passwords? Since these softwares are not plug-and-play solution, what's support like? Well, Homebridge is fully supported by a huge and an active online community where there is a dedicated Discord channel classified by plugins. Plus, the developers are also part of them to hear and assist you directly. Or you can even join their Reddit channel, which boasts of around 55,000 users. So you are guaranteed instant help. Now, HOOBS on the other side provides personalized support for their paid customers. However, you have to use their ticketing system and you have to wait patiently between 24 to 48 hours to get a response from the team. Well, you can also use another alternative to post a question in their online group, and they have some fantastic moderators who provide responses as soon as possible. Now, HOOBS 4 has its own Windows and Mac app to manage its software. Anyways, both softwares you can directly access them from your favorite default internet browser. Okay, I saved the best for the last. How much does the software cost? Now, to install and use Homebridge, it's a free open source software and depends totally on a donation. Zero cost, nada. On the other side, HOOBS products range from $269 for the box and $10 to download the Raspberry Pi image. So, which one is better for you? Actually, it all starts from you. Are you willing to be a little tech savvy and willing to do some tinkering to get all of that awesomeness from all of your non-HomeKit smart devices consolidated in the Apple Home app? For me, that's the starting point. Then ask yourself, do I have any existing hardware like a PC, Mac, or a NAS that I can reuse? If it's yes, then it's Homebridge all the way. And let's say if you don't have them and you want to cough up $270 plus taxes where applicable to get a full turnkey solution, then it's the HOOBS box all of the way. However, with that same cash, you can purchase a full kit with updated hardware specs plus save some. So once you have the software up and running, and if there are any hiccups with the plugins that don't work as expected or have issues with, plus you don't feel shy to post your questions to the online community channels, then it's Homebridge all of the way. Why? Because most of these plugins are developed and work natively with Homebridge first, and there's a large group of people using them. Plus, plugin developers will always ensure they correct and update their plugins as soon as possible. Now, if you're looking for personalized support and are patient to receive an answer from a dedicated support team, then by all means, HOOBS is all of the way to go. Plus, you're paying a premium price to get their product. However, since Jan 2022, I'm happily using Homebridge, and from my personal experience, it just works with no constant restarts, no bugs or any annoyance of getting that support. And only when I make some serious mistakes that I had to reflash the software. Plus, plugins load with their default interface instead of any customization that hinders on how to configure them. And it also plays nice with Zigbee to MQTT that connects with my Zigbee devices. Plus, I have access to the USB ports, and just like that. I hope this video is able to assist you to take a decision to choose between HOOBS or Homebridge. And if you have some issues to set up HOOBS or Homebridge and also need some configuration assistance, then for a small fee, you can always reach out to me via my email that I've left in the description. Plus, let me know in the comment section which one are you using and why, so that they will assist others to take that decision as well. Plus, you can also access my videos over here to get you started with Homebridge. So my friends, I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Cheers and happy automation.